What's going on YouTube? Gents here, and you're listening to the Not Entertained Weekly Not. These are my quick reactions to the entertainment news of the week. Links to the in-depth articles will be posted in the description below. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter and Spotify. Now, before I get into the news, I need you guys to know that I'll actually be away all of next week on vacation. So what that means for the channel is that I won't be posting or recording a weekly Not, but I'll try to still send some updates on any news that's breaking on Twitter. Additionally, know that I still have a content episode that will be dropping for you guys on Monday as regularly scheduled, so you don't have to worry about that. For the week of May 31st, let's start with some gaming news, since we're like just a couple of weeks away from E3 and a lot of people have been dropping content trailers and giving us more news about games. First up, we got a new trailer for Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima's new project with Norman Reedus. I still have no idea what this game is. I've watched the trailer. I've been watching and following this project ever since they announced it and ever since PT flopped, and I have no idea what this game is. I don't know. It looks open world, but open world what? I don't know. We saw some combat, we saw some vehicles, we saw some stealth, we saw some shooting. I don't know what this game is. It kind of gave me the same kind of vibe as Days Gone before it came out, where I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was a world building. I didn't know if it was horror survival. I didn't know if it was a stealth or combat game. It's Kojima. Kojima is always going to have something really different, and this is not Metal Gear Solid, so this is a change up for him as well. They got a lot of star power. Mads Mikkelsen is also going to be in the film, and then also Guillermo del Toro is also in the film. Some other few smaller known actors are in the film. Wow, look at me, in the game as well. But yeah, I don't know. Let me guys know what you think of this game, or if you're thinking about picking it up, or if you're interested. I want to hear what you guys think. Next up, we got some details on what Square Enix has been working on. They announced some years ago that they were going to be making a Avengers video game, and we're starting to get some details. It looks like some information was leaked ahead of E3. I think it's a good idea. It just depends what kind of game it is. And again, we're getting Ultimate Alliance 3, so I don't want it to be like that. And I'm sure Square Enix will find something different. I don't want it to be similar. I don't know. I guess I really don't know what I want. I kind of miss the sandboxy kind of games, like how the Ultimate Destruction Hulk games were. If they do it in the same kind of vein as Spider-Man, that would be cool too. If they do it, I guess you can't really do it in the same vein as the Arkham Knight series, just because of the content and lore, and Marvel tends to not be as dark, but it could be good. I think a lot of people want to continue to enjoy Avengers content and the Avengers in general, so if it's done well, I think this will be good for everybody. Last on my list for gaming news, we got a new trailer for the next Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yes, you're confused. There wasn't a number behind that. They're just calling it Modern Warfare. I don't know why they're doing this, but it looks like they brought back some of the original cast from the original Modern Warfare series, which was Call of Duty 4. The graphics look crazy. I'll be honest, the graphics look crazy. They said it was in-game footage in the trailer. If that's what it looks like, then that's phenomenal. I swore it was gonna say like it was a project coming out for PS5 or something like that, but yeah, I don't know. I'll be frank, my competitive first-person shooter days are way behind me. I just don't get excited anymore by it. I feel everything's kind of stale right now. That aside, I feel like the only thing that got me into the competitive first-player shooters in the first place was having like a network of friends that I knew personally, and we would all, try to get better together or play together or matchmake together, and I just don't have that right now. And it's been like that for some time, and we're all kind of, not really enamored with first-person shooters as much anymore. So I don't think this one will be for me. If there looks like there's going to be an interesting story, or if there's something really revolutionizing about it, I'll pick it up. I've been buying Call of Duties, even though, like I said, I just told you guys I don't really play competitively, but I still been buying Call of Duties. I bought World War II, I bought Ghosts, I bought Black Ops 4, I think. I bought the whichever one, Black Ops, is it Black Ops? Whichever one had Conor McGregor in it, I had that one too. And it's cool for a little bit. You play some zombies, you play some campaign, you do a little matchmaking or whatever, and then for me anyway, it just kind of wears off. I'm not into Blackout, their entry into the Royale lane, I guess you want to call it, but it's for some people. It's just not for me. So again, I'm not going to hate on it. I will definitely wait to hear more about the game before I consider purchasing it. I'll probably, if it reviews well, I'll probably wait and pick it up on sale or something. I don't think I see myself paying full price for this, but let me know what you guys think. Check out the trailer. The link is in the description below. Switching up into movie news, we got another Annabelle movie, and this kind of blows my mind. I never thought the Annabelle movie from 2014 would have 2 sequels, or I guess a prequel, and now let's see. Yes, a prequel and a sequel. I'm just thinking of the timeline of The Conjuring. That's why I had to catch myself. But it looks like, which is good for me, a good sign. I checked out the trailer, and the first thing I saw were the Warrens. So that's a good sign for me, because every time they're in something, it's at least average or above average. I didn't watch the previous 2 Annabelle movies. It just kind of felt like there wasn't enough substance there. Never mind the fact that the doll that they're using is not the real doll from the Annabelle story. I think that was like a Raggedy Ann doll, but obviously for licensing issues and whatever, most libel or whatever might have come their way from actually using the real doll. They had to create this other porcelain looking thing. So I don't know, it looks interesting. I think what they did that I liked, or it could be purposely misleading, but pretty much the premise looks like every haunted item in the Warrens' basement is going to be activated by Annabelle getting out. This is taking place shortly after the case was solved from the first movie, and they bring the doll back and lock her up and seal her away, and then I guess they go away on vacation, or another paranormal event is happening that they're going to help somebody out, and they leave the kids behind, and they have a babysitter, and then everything breaks loose. So it looks interesting. It looks very jump scary-ish, but we know that they're at least tactful and tasteful with their jump scares. I'll probably check it out. I don't know if I'll catch it on opening day, but if it reviews well, then I probably will. I'm a big fan of James Wan and his universes, and for the most part, they've all been pretty good, especially with the Conjuring series and a couple of other films that came afterwards. So I'll definitely check it out at some point. Moving on, and out of completely nowhere, we got a trailer for Rambo 5. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I guess watching the trailer, it didn't look like a Rambo movie at all. You know, usually you see Rambo, he's in a jungle, or he's taking on some guerrilla force or mercenaries or whatever for his country, and this just didn't feel like that. This felt like he was the one being attacked this time, and I guess that's a change up from what he's used to. But yeah, you know, Stallone is old. He's older now, so it's a hard sell for me to watch him kind of be like, I'm gonna take on a whole army of people that are after to get me, or you know, it's I think what it really comes down to is Stallone is trying to retire all of his characters. If you guys are aware, you know that he said that he's not going to be doing any more of the Rocky movies. He may still be on in some kind of director position or producer position, but he doesn't want to be in the movies. He doesn't want to act the role anymore. So I think this is him trying to move on to Rambo and close that book as well. I don't know where the series goes on after that. I don't see anybody re-envisioning the character of Rambo. I don't see anybody trying to reboot Rambo 10 years from now, but what do I know? Everything's being rebooted at this point. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Last on my list for movie news, I got the Godzilla King of Monsters reviews. The movie dropped today on Friday the 31st, so I was actually looking forward to watching this movie, but I just think between packing and leaving, because I'm going on vacation, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to even get to the movie theaters to watch it. I wanted to watch it opening weekend, but we'll see if I get to it or not. But the reviews don't look too hot, and that kind of bothers me. I didn't like that they had children talking to Godzilla and bonding with him and directing him to cooperate with humans. I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I think I hate movies with kids in them, because usually they're annoying, or usually they try to force a plot like kids can control things that no kid or adult can. And I don't know. I wasn't feeling that vibe, but I still wanted to see it regardless, even though I knew that was the case. But these reviews look really shaky. At least for now, they look really shaky. Hopefully things will change. Let me know if you guys are planning on seeing Godzilla King of Monsters. I'll let you guys know probably on Twitter if I'm able to head over to the movies and catch it this weekend. Moving on to television news, we got a announcement and a trailer for Netflix's Dark series. If you guys check this out, this was one of their more intriguing thriller suspense kind of questioning shows that they had on there that came out recently, and they dropped a new trailer, or teaser trailer, hinting that there's going to be 2 more seasons, not just the 2nd season but possibly a 3rd season. And it looks like they're going to try and connect all the series and make the story kind of all loop together. I mean, as they should, but it looks like the mysteries and discoveries, I don't want to say too much and ruin it for you guys, so I'm trying to be vague on purpose, but it looks like everything's going to be connected and everything's going to be intertwined. I don't know if there's going to be a special way that they're going to go about it or not, but if you're interested and you can tolerate subtitled or foreign films, then definitely check this out on Netflix if you're not watching anything else. Moving on, we got a new trailer for Swamp Thing. As you guys remember, I touched on it probably a month or 2 ago that Swamp Thing's production got cut short and their episodes got cut short. They dropped a new trailer for Swamp Thing to give us a little bit more. We didn't really get to see him in the first teaser trailer that they dropped, but now we got a full visualization of him. I'm gonna see, this is the thing, it looks interesting, I'll say that, and I really like that they're pushing some of their lesser known characters to the forefront. But again, is this show going to be worth me buying DC's streaming service? I don't know about that. Will I consider watching it at some point? Absolutely. I've heard relatively good things about it, except for the whole fiasco with the production thing. But I don't know. I think DC's having some growing pains with developing their content. It's not as easy as Netflix has made it look relatively. There's room to grow. I hope that it at least will get another season if it does well, and I hope that they'll continue to produce additional character stories and live action series. But for right now, I can't honestly recommend, or I can't say myself that I'll be buying DC Plus just to watch Swamp Thing. Last on my list for television news, we got out of left field an announcement that Jessica Jones season 3 will be coming to Netflix. Last we heard Jessica Jones being brought up in the same sentence as Netflix. It was that it was canceled. So I thought it was odd at the time that they canceled Jessica Jones before giving it a 3rd season, because it looked like they were giving all their existing shows like one send-off season before officially being canceled, and Jessica Jones was the only one, I think, and Luke Cage, that didn't get a 3rd season, and Iron Fist 2 probably, I think. You guys check me on that. But I'm glad that they're doing it. I hope it's good. I hope that, you know, they were able to tell a full and complete story, and this wasn't something that was just rushed because they had filmed so much and they're just trying to not waste the effort that they put into creating something. There's no real tell signs if there's going to be any other of the Netflix or the Marvel's series characters that'll be appearing. I'm talking about Iron Fist or Luke Cage or Daredevil. I don't know if they'll be making appearances. They like to toss in characters here and there. I don't know if they'll do that with Jessica Jones season 3. They didn't show us that, but that doesn't mean that the door's not still open. I'm very, very confused why this is even a thing. You know, you tell us that the show's canceled, and out of nowhere you tell us that it's coming back or it's going to get to be able to finish its 3rd season. I don't know how they worked that through, and I don't know why they didn't tell us that from up front when they said it was canceled. They should have said, you know, that it'll be a season 3 and then it'll be done after that, rather than telling us months ago that it's going to be canceled and then come back and tell us like 2 days ago that it's coming back on the 14th of June. So regardless, Jessica Jones is one of my favorite of the Netflix series. I put her 1st season up there with the 1st season of Daredevil. I really enjoyed the character. I really enjoyed her storytelling. I think they got rid of the Purple Man too early. I like that they tried to weave him back in some ways in season 2, but the payoff wasn't really as good as the idea was. I'll definitely be checking out Jessica Jones season 3, and again, it comes out on June 14th. Alright guys, that's my recap of the news for the week. Thanks for checking in with us, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter and Spotify. Peace.